Welcome back. So, I want to talk to you today about how to find content ideas people are actually searching for. Because basically, I teach you digital marketing. I'm the author of Digital Marketing Certified. My name is Ola. And why are we talking about this? Well, you do want to create content around content ideas that people are actually searching for, right? We do this every day. We're actually in the middle of a project, a 1,826 days project. We're only 62 days into it. So if you want to make sure you're following along with the journey, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. This is one of our projects that we're working on right now. It's already generated about 252 clicks per month, about 18,800 plus 1,000 impressions. All right, 1,000 impressions. So if you're this is absolutely free, by the way. We do have, when we say free, the goal is to optimize your marketing cost, right? So 18 multiplied by $21, which is basically the average you're paying. This is about $378 you would have had to spend for this one project alone. I mean, we're generating more than 300,000 impressions on this project alone at this point in time. But anyway, just wanted to show you that, just to show you that we are actually doing this. We're in the trenches. All right. So now, first of all, I want to talk to you about, we want to talk about how to generate ideas. We're just going to assume that I am a physical therapist, right? So I'm literally going to do it right in front of you. So we no longer have problems with content ideas. You can literally go into Chat GPT or Claude or Gemini or any of your favorite AI, generative AI tools, right? So I'm using ChatGPT right now. I can literally talk to it and say, hey, I'm looking to create content for my physical therapy practice. Can you give me the top 10 ideas that I can create content around? And that's it. I'm speaking to it, and it just gotten my voice like that real quick, right? So I'm actually going to press enter or go, and it's going. And absolutely, if BH content, oh, it says BH content. That's a mistake. I said physical therapist, right? So it took in, maybe it did not hear my accent very well. But I'm looking for physical. So you can correct it. Therapy. Let me actually do it all over again. I'll do it all over again. Let's stop that. Okay, so I'm stopping it, right? I'm actually going to, you can use the voice anytime. For some reason, it didn't take it in properly. And let's try this again. Let me just click new chat. All right, here you go. So you click the microphone. Hey, I am creating content for my physical therapy practice. Can you please give me your top 10 physical therapy content ideas that I can use to generate new patient for my physical therapy practice? See if it's clean. So always check it. So here we go. Just give me a top therapy content ideas. Okay. Let's see, idea content physical therapy. So I'm gonna correct it, right? Physical therapy content idea I can use to generate new clients, new patients for my physical therapy. Top 10, please. Top 10 content ideas, right? So you can use your voice, I think, because I'm also taping this particular episode. So go ahead and you click enter, and it's gonna go to work. It says for a physical therapy. So it gives you ideas right up there. Why does my whatever position of the body right there, and I'm getting like 10 pieces of content already. All right, so why am I showing you that? Okay, we no longer, back when I started 20 years ago, I've been doing this for more than 20 years. Can you believe it? When I started, we couldn't just do what I just did right now, right? Back then it wasn't enough content, but now you can literally talk to AI and have AI assist you in creating content, right? So now we do have what we call, should I call it unlimited content, right? So the problem we have right now, believe it or not, is actually unlimited content, right? Because you can tell, so, and what does unlimited content lead to? It leads to too many ideas, right? Now you have the problem of too many ideas. Let me put that on the board so you can make sense out of this. All right. too many ideas. What else are we dealing with today, right? You're also dealing with when you have too many ideas. Now you end up in having to guess. You now have to get which one is the best one. How do you pick the right content to shoot next, right? So you end up having to guess, right? So if you're not guessing, you can potentially end up with the wrong topic, right? Wrong topics. Let me show you. See, wrong topics, right? So we no longer have shortage of content ideas. We no longer have shortage of information. What we have is a problem of noise. It's hard to find the actual signals that leads to more clients and more patients and more customers, more leads, because there's so much information out there. Everyone is a content creator. So how do you set yourself apart? When you have the wrong topic, that leads to low impressions, right? Low impressions. There you go. Let me put this here. All right. So low impressions leads to what? It leads to low engagement. Leads to low engagement. So if you're creating content already and you've been struggling, you know what I mean when I'm saying this, right? Low engagement, because and so the problem, because how do you create content that works as opposed to just creating a ton of content that doesn't work? And the steps towards that. So we don't want to follow this. Okay, the point of me showing you this is to just show you what is most likely going to happen out there. The business hasn't changed. You just have to make sure that you are actually helping people, as I know you want to do that, right? So let's just cross all of this out, right? Right. What we're trying to do is actually, you need to understand your market. Okay. First thing first, you need to understand your market. So I'm hoping that you're in a business that you truly understand. Now, what are the main problems? You need to do this before you jump into another generative AI tool. You need to actually understand this. So when people talk about AI this, AI that, and they start on anybody can pop into a generative AI tool and start generating content ideas, kind of like similar to what I've shown you here, right? But the market is always shifting. Business hasn't changed. It's just you have to listen to your market, right? So with that being said, in the spirit of listening to your market, first of all, understand the market. Now, when we understand the market, then it's easy for you to understand the problems of the market. We'll go, what are the active problems of your marketplace in the last 28 days, in the last 90 days, tops in the last 365 days, 1 year, right? You need to have a full understanding of this. You need actually to sit down and actually go through this exercise, right? Now, what would people be actually searching for in the search engines? Either they're using a regular traditional, at this point we're calling it traditional Google search, right? Or they go into their favorite generative AI. What is it that they could potentially be searching for right now, right? And that will create your topics. That will create the topics that you should be talking about, because you want to directly hit their pain with solution where it hurts the most. So this is what generates your topics. Okay, this is so it's a process you have to go through to generate these topics, and then the topics will obviously create the content. Okay, the topics will create the content. This is an exercise that you want to do if you want to actually generate revenue with this process, right? So then that generates content. Now, here's the beauty. This is where this really gets pretty, right? That content, as people continue to engage in, because you're actually solving people's problem in real time, right? That actually generates data. Now you're able to see data. I'm going to put that on the board. Where's my board? There you go. All right, so that generates data in terms of impressions, kind of like similar to what I was showing you earlier on. That shows, something like this. You're able to see this. If you set up properly, you're able to see this kind of data. I could see here that I have a 1.3% average click-through rate. That's beautiful. I like to be above 1%, but I would also like to be at 3%. Now I can scroll down, I can see the opportunities where I can actually see where it needs improvement. I see a 1.6, I see a 2.9, I see a 28.6. Interesting, right? I would like to improve the ones that are low to continue to drive the average up, right? Makes sense? All right, so we're generating, as we push out quality content, we're generating data, okay? And as we generate data, then we're able to also serve the market even more, right? And when you do this, you build trust, okay? You build trust in the marketplace, right? You build authority, right? Your authority, which is what Google is looking for in order to send you more traffic organically, right? So they call it expert. Let me do this properly. Let's do it properly. Expert. This is what Google is looking for. Expert. It's actually EEAT. EEAT, right? Right. EEAT. Expert. Authority. Trust. Right. Expert, authority, trust. Now, if you're just getting started, obviously Google won't be able to see the first E, which is why I kind of silenced it. But really, what it stands for is experience. But as you continue to build out content that's relevant, it sees it, and then Google sends you all the traffic. Now, a lot of people will try to do shortcuts with this. You can't AI your way through this. You actually have to build this out over time. What do I mean over time? 6 months. Okay, so in 6 months, if you're diligent and you're really following through the process, we have a process here called the ABCAC, attraction-based customer acquisition system, and it's a 55 step that you have to follow strictly to deploy every digital asset. After you're done with one, you go to another one. You keep building that. In 6 months, you will have this fully built out. So there's a whole process to doing that. All right. So again, it all starts with asking the question, what problems is my market trying to solve, and how should my business position itself in front of that demand? Because they're online as we speak right now, and they're already searching, and that's the key in terms of what content should you build next. If that's the question you're asking yourself, this is the process that you want to go through. It's very simple, okay? It's just, you have to be diligent and just go through that process, and there's nothing better than this out there. Everything else involves manual work and stuff like that. But if you want to, well, there's nothing wrong with manual, but the idea here is also to make sure that you're pushing in every direction, and also building digital asset that will continue to bring you patients, clients, bring you I said patient because I give an example of a clinic, right, of a medical practice, but clients and customers and leads and quality, and because not all clients or leads or traffic are created equal. You want to make sure that they're actually engaging, because if they're not engaging, it will also kill your visibility in due time. So it's a whole process through it, and it's a lot of fun going through this. If you're looking for me to help you through this, you know how to find me. Just go to digitalmarketingcertified.com. You can get the book for free, okay? Or you can also book a diagnostic session with me, 60 minutes. We'll go through your business and see where the best opportunities are. It's not about just jumping into digital marketing for your business. It's about, you already have stuff going on. Let's find the best opportunities to help you build this out, because the money is being spent by way of digital, okay? Online, Apple Pay, whatever you can think of. That's where people are spending most of their time. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Again, as we're navigating through the next, 1,700 plus days, I want you to be a part of the journey. So make sure you hit subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I've been doing this for a long time. Nothing has really changed. You just have to know how to ask the right question with respect to the times that you live in. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. God bless. Peace.